for?
I went for big movies.
Oh my God.
Well, hello, all of my musical minions, and welcome to the Forgotten OneCast. Today we are doing just kind of a birthday chill stream because my birthday is technically tomorrow, but I wasn't going to do the show tomorrow. I wanted to do it at my normal time for all of you folks. So, we got to make do with what we got to do. So we're going to have some people popping in and out here today. This is just going to be a chill, relaxed stream. No specific topics that we're going to be discussing other than, the fun surrounding birthdays and birthday music. So I do have with us to start off with, I've got Mr. DJ Access, who's been on the show before. Mr. DJ, how you doing, sir?
It's good. What's going on, everybody? How you doing, CJ? Happy birthday, by the way.
I appreciate it. I'm doing pretty good. But yeah, I can feel a lot of those fails. I remember once we did a puppy cake for my daughter when she was, I'd say 4-ish. And she didn't want us to cut the cake because she didn't want to kill the literally when we cut off, we basically decapitated the puppy and she just cried for an hour.
Ain't nothing gonna stop those waterworks now.
Nope. But of course we had a few people show up in the chat. Trina from Real Horror Podcast, a Real Horror, popped in early for a happy birthday to me.
Hail, Trina.
Paul Hadouken popping on here in a little bit. Love Paul. Mr. Clinton Hausch with a birthday wish. Thank you, sir.
What's up,
of course, in the description, there's a link for a Streamlabs tipping. So if you want to send the birthday boy some birthday duckies, I won't complain about that at all. Master Tulsa, I'd sing Happy Birthday song, but Jean Lajoie wrote the best one ever. I think I'm actually going to pull that one up later because it is actually the best birthday song I've ever heard.
Nice. Good choice.
Goes nowhere, does nothing. That sounds like my life, actually. DJ popping in the chat. What are you doing in two places at once, man? How do you do
that? I'm everywhere you want to be, baby.
So again, thanks for hopping on, and thanks everyone for joining us. Like I said, this is just a chill, relax, talk about whatever's on our mind. But of course, we do have to pay the bills and do the lighting and everything like that. So we do need to do a quick word from our sponsor.
Nuts.
Al Pilkington.
All right.
Are you team coffee or are you team green tea? Try coffeebrandcoffee.com and enjoy 10% off your order with promo code CJP. Coffee Brand Coffee, great coffee, no gimmicks.
So yes, if you want to get 10% off your initial order with Coffee Brand Coffee, just use the promo code CJP. I can't talk today to get 10% off that order. I mean, they've got holiday bundles, they've got gift boxes, they've got a bunch of Hollywood blends or holiday blends that would go well with whatever eggnogs and weirdo stuff that you want to drink during the year. So check out coffeebrandcoffee.com.
Nice.
And Jason Holt popping in. What's up, Jason?
What's up?
You know what the bad thing about that picture is that I really hate?
What's that?
God, I miss those gas prices.
I know, right?
That just makes me feel sad. It's sad in my heart.
It's even worse when I see the photos from my family album when my dad was in his 30s and gas prices were under $1. It was 97 cents a gallon.
Oh yeah. I remember those days. It was I think it was 98 cents a gallon when I went to college.
Nice.
So it was good. Well, thank you, Mr. Goes Nowhere Done Nothing. So Paul says he's team green tea. Goes Nowhere says he's team coffee. All right, TJ, I have to ask, what team are you?
Oh man, I can drink green tea, but I cannot start my day without that coffee. I'm team coffee all the way.
And I'm the weirdo that promotes coffee and doesn't drink it.
What's wrong with you?
It'd be like owning a head shop and never smoking weed,
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Well, let's see. What do you want to talk about? How about this? What was like kind of your like worst birthday ever?
Hmm. Oh, I remember one that like my oldest brother just pissed me the fuck off, and I still haven't paid him back for this. So I might have to collect on that investment, so to speak. But this was to top this off. Actually, I have two stories. I have two. So the first one was my 18th birthday. Like I was finally moving out on my own. Not exactly like uh, of my own volition, but hey, it is what it is. And I remember, I don't know what the fuck was my brother's problem. Like, it's not like he was waiting for a hot date or something, but I remember he like elbow checked me to one side and demanded that he cut my birthday cake instead of, like my dad was like, okay, you're a man now, you can cut the cake. And then my brother just took the knife out of my hands. He's like, oh, you're taking too long. And I'm just like, bitch, I will suplex you right here and now. Joke's on him, because when he's old enough, I'm going to push his wheelchair off a cliff. So,
Yeah.
guess who's going to get the last laugh there? But I actually have a even worse story. This one actually was pretty bad, though. It was my 21st, the first day when I can finally legally drink, even though I had drunk before then. But, that's another story for another time.
Oh, yeah.
I was on my way home from work. I used to work at Frisch's Big Boy, and it was a pretty exhausting job. We had to cross an off ramp, like an off ramp from the highway to get home. And it was me and my late brother, not the oldest, my late brother. We worked there together, and right when the crosswalk turned, like he for some reason refused to cross, and I'm like, man, I want to get home. I had a long day at work. I want to just fucking get home and relax. This RV with Michigan plates, because fuck Michigan, comes barreling the fuck down the off ramp and literally stops 2 inches from my face on my 21st birthday, almost killing me. So that was a fun birthday time. I was not happy about that. I remember like angrily like slamming my hands down on like the hood of the thing, and like of course it was some old boomer fuck in the driver's seat, just kind of gave me this like look. He's just like shrugging, and it's like, do you not see I have the right of way there, slap nuts? Jeez. So there you go. There's my.
I never really had a bad birthday per se, but it always felt lame because December baby. So I would usually get the lame shit on my birthday and then maybe get something decent, on Christmas. But I almost never got anything exciting for my birthday when I was a kid, because again, we had Christmas, 10 days from then. So I was always getting hosed.
Oh man. Well, I explained this in the pre-show before you started filming, but my birthday's in June, and it's almost exactly 6 months from Christmas. So it's almost perfectly timed, where it's like right on cue. Here comes my birthday, baby, and then it's Christmas time. But sometimes I would still get the short end of the stick, and sometimes it kind of worked out. Like I remember when I was 13, I asked my dad if I could get a waterbed, when those things were in fashion.
Yep.
And he was like, "Huh? What's that? You had one too?"
Yes, I did.
Nice. Yeah, those are great to sleep on. By the way, I miss my waterbed. But he was like, "This is basically your birthday and Christmas present and everything, in for the whole year." So he was like, "I might get you something small for Christmas too, but this is it." And I'm like, "Hey, that's fair." That was the best sleep of my life.
Yeah, I had one in college, and it was great. I mean,
Yeah,
it was always warm in the winter and cold in the summer. So I always had that.
Yeah.
Worst birthday gift? It wasn't a bad gift per se, but I had an ex-fiance once who got me a pocket watch. Not a bad gift at all.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad.
She wrapped it in 15 separate boxes, consecutively getting smaller. I had to go through 15 boxes to get to this thing. After about the 8th box, I was just pissed. Like, this is funny the first few times, but about the 8th box, I'm just like, God, this is fucking ridiculous.
I'd be reaching for the X-Acto knife. I'm like, okay, we're just gonna fucking shortcut this.
And I'm there with her parents, and her dad's a pastor, so I can't swear.
Oh,
And I don't even know. I even know where that pocket watch isn't anymore. I probably chucked it at some point. I've never popped a waterbed though. That I've never done.
yeah, same. I've never popped one.
Although,
But I can tell you right now though, it really sucks sleeping on one with someone who like weighs more than you do, because it's like sleeping on a fucking hill. It's terrible.
Yeah. Thanks, Tolbat. Thanks for hopping in. You guys should definitely do that for go to check out Cholbat's channel. He's got some really funny videos.
Nice. Be sure to do that.
For a goof. Oof. The frame, okay, I could see that, but yeah, it would suck to pop one of those.
Oh man, your carpet would be ruined.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the other bad part about it was moving them, draining them, refilling them. Oh, that sucked.
Oh yeah, it's an all day thing just for the waterbed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was waiting for Paul to hop in before I played the birthday song because I wanted to have him enjoy it as well. So as soon as he hops in, we'll go for it.
Gotcha.
Yep. No one else has seen their invitations. Again, just like my bachelor party.
Don't worry, big boy. I won't let you down.
Although I on one birthday, it wasn't for me specifically, but I remember this roller rink that was here in town when I was a kid. I used to go roller skating. That was always so much fun. And especially, it's the 80s and 90s, and you had the best music playing.
True.
But this place had a birthday song that they would play, when someone had a party. And it was this very upbeat, corny, like with all sorts of weird sounds and stuff going off. And it was like, happy birthday. And then when it got to that point, the DJ would say the name of the person.
Mm-hmm.
And you could tell this guy did not want to be there. He hated his life, hated everything, because it would be like, Lisa, birthday to you. Like, oh my God, I could just the dichotomy of the brightness to the despair was so hilarious to me. But hey, we did get a couple friends to pop in. We got Mr. Etep Khrushchev.
It was for the wrestling. Hey, it was for the wrestling thing the other night.
Okay.
Look, we were watching the Russians in 1986 wrestle against your Rock and Roll Express, so I figured Etep Khrushchev would be a fitting name for the occasion.
His fitting name, comrade. I approve.
Das vidanya.
Hadouken!
Hadouken!
What's up,
How am I
Mr.
sounding?
Paul.
Am I good? Am I loud? Am I quiet?
You sound good.
No, you sound good. Kind of in the
Right
tunnel,
on.
but,
Yeah, it's a shitty microphone, but it's all good. How you guys?
we are good, my friend.
Yeah, we're doing good.
It's like, oh God, Etep, I can't get away from that stalker.
Wait a second. Hang on, Tolbat. I know. Hang on, Tolbat. I know what he wants. Hey, man, it's me. Pay your fair share, man. And I'm happy to be sharing the panel with the guy with the coolest. His name's cooler than the others. Jill, what's that? What is that thing you sleep on that Mike Lindell filled with crack from Hunter? Oh, cooler than the other side of the pillow. Hadouken!
That was a great intro. I love the intro. Intro was okay, but could have been better. It wasn't the best. It could have been a better intro.
Oh, you sound like you want a Trump impression, don't you, Paul?
You could. It's all right. I'm not really good at Trump impressions. You go ahead, do your Trump impression.
Okay. It's a very good impression. You just got to get the mannerisms down. It's a very good impression. By the way, I won. I was cheated. All right. Crooked Joe is going to prison. Mark my words. It's going to be a very elegant prison. I've met the guards. They're very good people. Very nice people.
Slow blow Joe is what I call him.
They all voted for me. It was very good. Thank you.
That's it. We're going to stage a mostly peaceful protest at a Wendy's or a Target near you, man. And
Yeah,
we're
well,
going to
let me make sure to get the 8-year-olds away from them, Joe. I don't want you sniffing them, all right?
We're gonna free Jordans in the name of justice, man.
My birthday. What the hell? But like I promised at the beginning of the show, I did want to share what I consider is the greatest birthday song ever written. I'm probably gonna get struck for this, but I don't care. It's my birthday.
Worth it.
Fuck off.
This is my version of the birthday song, Natasha. Happy birthday.
I love John.
Birthday today. What does that mean? I guess I'll try to explain that 21 years ago on this day, it was the first time your parents saw your beautiful face. And 9 months before that magical day, your dad probably took your mom out on a date, and they were having a good time. They were dancing and drinking wine. And when they got home, they were horny as hell. And your dad threw your mom down on the bed, and he tore her panties off. And his penis was hard as a rock. And then your mom really wanted to give your dad head, but your dad also wanted to give your mom head, so they formed a 69.
Oh my
and your
God.
mom came at least 3 times. And then your dad was so excited to get inside your mom that he forgot to put a condom on. And when he realized his mistake, he had ejaculated and it was too late. And then your mom got pregnant and your dad started crying. He wanted your mom to get an abortion, but your mom wanted a child. And 9 months later you were born. And then 5 months later, your parents got a divorce. Happy birthday, Natasha.
10 out of 10.
And again, the first time I heard that song
I think that was actually.
was on The League in the first episode when he sings it to his brother's 9-year-old daughter and her friends.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think that's where I first heard it.
But yeah, that's my favorite version of the birthday song.
Oh man, I was explaining to CJP before the show started that my sister's birthday falls roughly about 9 months after mine, so that song hits a little close to home for me, just a little too close for comfort.
I remember when I
Good stuff.
when I was born, my mom said, "Yeah, there was a huge snowstorm, so there's a lot of kids that were born around the same time you were."
That's like my wife and her brother. Their parents had them they're 4 years in between them, but she was born on December 27th. He was born on the 24th. 4 years. It's like, and both her parents were coaches in high school. It's like, well, you can tell when their off time together was. Apparently, there was a pattern.
Well, it's like my ex brother-in-law. His 2 kids are like 2 years and 2 days apart. So it's like, well, you kind of need to stop scheduling your sexy time for the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up with the spontaneity, bro? What's going on with that? What's up with that? We gotta plan this shit out. We got this on the calendar. It's marked down
Unless
here.
you
We
have
can't go against
3
that.
different birthday parties in 1 month. You might want to, plan it better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I had a funny story you were talking about earlier about pretty bad birthdays. Not to say that this was a bad birthday, but I had the wildest thing happen on my birthday. As most of you know, I live in Chicago. I Uber for a living, and most people assume Chicago is crazy violence, and I see gun shootings and all that shit all the time. No, I actually never saw a gun shooting until 2020 the summer of 2020. My birthday's in June as well. DJ, I'm a June baby too.
Nice.
June 20th, middle of June, summer of love, and I'm working all night. I pulled an all-nighter, and now it's like 7 in the morning, and this was, I think, a Sunday morning, either a Saturday or Sunday morning, because I just got off of working all night, driving drunk people around because it was the weekend, and now it's morning time. I'm still driving around, and I'm stopped at a red light, and suddenly it's a cross. So from my left side, a van just comes out of nowhere, like fast as fuck, and makes a left turn and is now heading the direction I'm facing. So I'm seeing a van just turn left and fucking going straight down. I'm like, holy shit! Behind him was a guy was an Escalade with a guy hanging out the passenger window with a gun shooting at that car. And I was like, holy shit. I ducked, I reversed. I was like, what the fuck? And they're already off in the direction I'm facing, so they're like fucking off. And I'm like, holy shit. That was like the only time I've ever seen or anything in Chicago like that. And again, like I said, I Uber almost all the time at night, and I've never seen anything crazy like that. But on my birthday, the summer of course it would happen 2020. Hasn't happened since. But what a fucking wild birthday to start off, you know? Fucking crazy. And then what's funny is I was on my way to picking someone up when that happened. So I just continued. I'm like, all right, gotta go get this guy after seeing this crazy shit. And then the guy gets in the car, and I tell him, I'm like, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm doing all right. I just saw some crazy shit. So I tell the guy what exactly happened, and then I shit you not, like 3 seconds later, I stop at a stop sign, and the same 2 cars blasted right past us, going across. And I'm like, did you see that? The guy saw the car with the van blown out windows. The back windows were all gone, shattered, and I'm assuming the guys ran out of bullets because they weren't shooting at him anymore. But they were still chasing him down, fucking however many minutes later after all that. So that's some wild shit.
So basically, you had a Scrubs song going on. You didn't want no Scrubs hanging outside of my best friend's ride trying to find out.
Well,
exactly.
This is the problem with that. Look, they obviously horrible aim, and you shouldn't be discharging a firearm recklessly while you're during such a peaceful, non-violent summer where nobody was hurt, nobody was injured. But the problem is when they take the gun, they're shooting like this. And I swear to God, nobody has ever hit anything, even the broadside of a barn, like this. Now, look, stay with me here, people out here who shoot sideways. Now, if you're not turning your head sideways and you're not in the movie Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society, you're never going to hit anything like this. The gun comes with something called sights. Now, if you take those sights, you have your fork and your back, you take those, you line them up, you might hit something. I don't know, just some helpful shooting tips from Uncle Etep, But
you are absolutely right.
It always shook me to see that. I'm like, because I grew up around firearms. My dad's a retired cop, so it was like I grew up shooting, and I'm like, we were joking around about that because I'd go down to the River Rouge pistol range in Detroit and shoot, and I'm like, that's what I was asking some of the black cops. I'm like, hey, you guys. I'm like 15 years old. I was like, have you guys ever had anybody shoot sideways at you? They're just laughing. They're like, a couple of them were like, yeah. Like, we have to take it seriously, but after, we make it out obviously safe. And yeah, it's a big fucking joke. We're like, oh my God, like, let's let them waste. Let's just sit back, take cover, let them waste their ammo. And, and then we'll just clean up. We'll just clean up.
Right.
Yep.
Tulsa did pop up this with most unusual gift that you've ever gotten for a birthday. Chlamydia? I'm just kidding.
Ironically, that was my band's first name. I'm not even joking.
I mean, STDs are the gift that keeps on giving. So
yeah, it is.
Child support summons. I don't know.
Ah!
That
No,
case was dropped.
I can't think of anything wild. I don't know. I usually asked for something particular, and I'd usually get it. And I wouldn't go crazy. I wouldn't be like, "Oh, I want all this stuff," but like, hey, I want a guitar or something. Not like a fucking $500 one, but just like a $100, $200 guitar or something. And that's about it. I didn't really ask for much growing up. Here and there, I'd ask for like a video game, but nothing unusual. Oh, you know what's unusual? Like socks and candles and shit for a kid. I don't know.
Underwear. I mean, getting tidy whities for your birthday is a little odd, but no, I do remember a gift. It wasn't for a birthday though, but it almost got me and my sister killed. When
Oh wow.
my sister stayed in Houston when we moved up to Oklahoma. So she had already, graduated high school. So she just didn't want to move. She didn't want to go back to Oklahoma. So she stayed in Houston. So my mom and I flew down to see her one year, and her roommate picked us up from the airport. And for some reason, my mom got it in her head to get her a stuffed beaver, and then just basically said, "I got your beaver right here. It's freshly stuffed." And her roommate, not knowing my mom's humor, just about drove into the opposite lane of traffic, laughing her ass off.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
Because all I can
That's
think
dangerous.
is the scene from Naked Gun,
Nice beaver.
Thank you.
Let me help you with that.
That's great.
Pens as a kid one year. Another year I got a pyramid scheme.
Oh my god.
It happens.
I actually have the most unusual gift I've ever gotten for my birthday was from my mother-in-law. She likes to give me like gag gifts. She buys me a lot of t-shirts and stuff. But this is probably the most unusual thing ever. I got this, I think it was for my 40th a couple of years ago. Milton Berle's low impact, high comedy workout. Yeah. I love how it just totally fucking throws my fucking green screen off putting this up there. But yeah, this is I've never actually opened this, to be honest with you.
That's hilarious.
Oh, okay. So I do have a VCR, but we have the VHS. I just got a VCR for the lounge down here. So we've got a video cassette. Let's see what we've got. Oh, we've got a towel. We've got Uncle Milty's towel. This is fucking amazing. I'm gonna put this in a goddamn frame. Look at Uncle Milty on there. Look at that. We got Uncle
That
Milty.
is awesome.
This is I've never opened this up before.
Do you have to wear women's clothing when you do the workout?
Look, and here. Oh my God, this looks fucking disgusting. We have Watkins cream liniment, and as you can see, everything in there is separated. That's actually. I think I'm good. I'm not going to open this. This is just going to live. This is going back in the box. I feel like that's probably a chemical weapon, and I probably shouldn't say that. I don't know if I should say that, but that's the most unusual gift I've ever received, and yeah, that was me opening it for the first time. But I know my mom. I did. My mom's like, "What? Yeah, I'm 43." My mom's like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I'm like, I don't know. Why don't you give me? And I sent her the link. I was like, it's an Elgato capture card, which, I mean, I've been toying around with the idea of buying one. She's like, what do you need? She goes, do you need anything? And I'm like, all right, let's just see. She's like, all right, I'll get it for you. I'm like, okay, thanks, Mom. Nice. You know, she's like, well, you pretty much have everything. Like, what the hell do you want? I'm like, I don't know. Get me this. Cause I had to buy a new camera. And I'm like, the camera I'm looking at, I'm not going to ask my mom to buy, because I can buy that, you know. It's just, it's a little bit more than the freaking capture card. But yeah, she was like, I don't care what it costs. She's like, she's old, you know, she's in her 70s. She doesn't give a shit. She's just like, I want to buy you something. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to complain. So
I did remember getting a gift once that was for me, but it was more for my mom. So when I was in high school, I was taking drum lessons in this place in Tulsa. So we'd have to drive there every Monday night for me to go. So one time my parents went with me because they wanted to do some shopping before Christmas, and were dropping me off, and looking inside the building, and there's the the wraparound for the POS system, and the counter and all that, and behind it was a octagon shaped symbol from Saban called a clocktagon. It had a little clock in it. It's kind of a gag thing. And my dad, for some reason, not really paying attention to it, goes, "Hey, Chris, what does that symbol do?" And without a beat, I just go, "Oh, it just tells time." And my dad's just like, and my mom's just basically falling off the wheelchair ramp, laughing her ass off, because it was very hard to get one over on my dad as a joke. So literally, like, I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks later, it was my birthday, and I get a Zildjian clock. A Zildjian symbol with a clock built into it. And my mom is just sitting there chuckling the entire time, and then pointing at my dad and just chuckling some more while he's sitting there going, "Damn it." Never let him forget that. It was one of those ones, it's like the rare time you get him, you're going to milk that.
Yep.
Milked it for years. I gotta find that thing. I've got that thing somewhere in my house. And I put a battery back in it.
What does that symbol do? It just tells time.
Mm-hmm. What it did. The clocktagon. But I was speaking of inappropriate lyrics. I shared this with ETEP last night, but I wanted to read these just to see if you all feel that this is appropriate for a James Bond movie.
Do you want me to do it live? Do you want me to do it? I can do it. I do the
voice. You want? I'll pull it up.
Yeah. Because I got it right here. I didn't have a chance to record it today because I was gone. I got called into work. But hang on a second. Let me get the correct avatar here. There we go.
Okay, so let me make this bigger so we can actually all read it together. So this is from the movie For Your Eyes Only from 1981, written by Bill Conti. They never actually said who performed it, but if you ever listen to it, it's a good song to bang to. It's got a great beat for it. But,
You ready?
I'm ready, sir.
All right. Try to hold it down and take it slow and just enjoy the motion. If you just relax and push it back, there is no limitation. Can you feel it inside you? Can you feel it inside me too? Yeah. Try to keep it up and ease it in. Try to get that good vibration. Yeah. If you come too late, you'll have to wait to get that good sensation. Can you feel it moving smooth and slow? Ease on back and let the lovin' flow. Yeah. Gotta take your time and level out. It's not an innovation. If you count to 10 and back again, it's not just calculation. Can you feel it inside you? Can you feel it inside me too? Can you feel it moving smooth and slow? Ease on back and let the lovin' flow. Easy, baby. If I burn it up, there's no need to feel so tight. Be loving, be gentle, be patient. We make it last all night. Be loving, be gentle, be patient. We'll make it last all night. Oh yeah.
That was amazing.
That's a James Bond song.
I think that might be the best Macho Man promo I've ever heard now.
Shout out to Macho Man for showing up to the stream.
I know. That was really good.
Well, let me tell you something. The cream always rises. Oh, yeah, the cream always rises to the top. And this song makes the cream rise. It made Elizabeth turn into Niagara Falls, Frankie Angel. And I don't mean from her eyes. I mean between her thighs. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go to the place to be reviews and check out the shorts that he did where he's doing Macho Man reading Dr. Seuss. That is, man,
I think I did a Shakespeare and Macbeth too, but I do have another Dr. Seuss one coming up soon. I did a lot of those like really in succession, and that voice doing that impression, especially you have to do multiple takes. That hits a little different. Yeah. So I had to take a break from doing those for a minute.
Oh man, that's really good. Though.
I miss the Macho Man so much.
I met him in a strip club in Saginaw, Michigan, after a nitro in at the Dow Civic Center down there in Sag Nasty, where I use. It's fun too because like that's where I started wrestling, was in Saginaw, and we're sitting there in the VU. Me and my buddies are walking through, and it's like it was nothing to see, a handful of the workers in there after a show, and I was dating one of the girls at the time, and we just got there, and she comes running over to the door, and she's like, "Macho Man's here." I'm like, all right. So we go in because we were at Nitro, and we go in, and he's sitting there just at a fucking table by himself, and just walked over. And I was like, Mr. I wanted to call him Mr. Poffo, but I didn't. I was like, Mr. Savage, because this was like about 90, I think it was about 98, something like that. And it was the year I graduated. I was like, hey, man, we really enjoyed the show. Wanted to know. And he's like, oh, yeah, what do you need me to sign? I'll sign it, brother. Just come on, give me a napkin or something. I'll sign it. I was like, can you do? He goes, step into Slim Jim. I was like, yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I was like, I will leave. He signed it up. I just fucking walked away. I was like, we're done. I was like, I'm not going to bug you anymore. But that was the same strip club where I think it was like after he had left, Gorgeous George was touring, doing like strip shit at like different strip clubs, and she was their feature there, and I got slapped in the face with them titties with baby oil on them, which was really fucking fun. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, man, as a teenager, I wanted this so goddamn bad. To say I got hit in the face with those was fucking a chef's kiss.
There's a name I hadn't heard in a while. I always wondered whatever happened to her.
I don't know. All I know is that was fucking implants hit differently.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're
Let me.
I was like the Robin Williams bit. He said, fake tits are like Nazis. They don't laugh. They don't cry. They're
wait a second. Here. I was slapping those fun bags around in the fucking rental car on the way to the strip club before you had them in your face. So don't even think that the Macho Man hadn't put his mark on those before they were all up in your grill. Yeah. You think I wasn't fucking putting it all over them things, marking my territory, much like I did Elizabeth? Yeah, I locked her in the dressing room. What do you think I did to Gorgeous George? She meant nothing to me. Oh, yeah. I'm done. I promise.
Those titties were stained with my jizz cum smell.
It was like, I'm going to give you something to remember me by.
Hilarious.
wear these tights for no reason.
Oh man, everybody's doing Macho Man. I might have to do it too.
Do a Macho Man and Jamie Dundee on the same night. That fucking hurts. God damn it,
man.
Bill Dundee. Bill Dundee with my daddy. You remember that Nation of Domination gimmick? We started that day with two white boys, me and Wolfie D. I would tell you, big Wolfie D got a fucking 18-inch cock. That motherfucker hung like a stuff. We down there in Memphis after working the USWA show down there. We fucking need two whores, weren't we, Wolfie? Wolfie's sitting there in the shooter interview going, shut up, man. I was fucking married. Oh, yeah, I forgot you were married. I wasn't supposed to say you fucking these whores. He was married. It's like, I partied with him after a show. Oh my God. I wish I could. There's a story. I wish I could tell it on air. I would have to be on Rumble to say what I want to say, though. Just because Jamie didn't give a fuck. And it involved locking another worker out of a hotel room. He had a hotel room with an interior and exterior door. And we were up at in this little like small town. And it's actually the venue I got married in. It was like this conference center in a Ramada Inn. And there was like we rented all 3 rooms to have our wrestling shows. We did 3 shows in this venue. And it was like Jamie and like Shane Morton, Ricky Morton's nephew, and a couple other guys from Tennessee. And we had this black dude named Hades. Tony was cool as fuck. He walked around. Any guy with a fanny pack in a wrestling business on the indies is a fucking pill factory. So it's like, we called him Doc. That's what his nickname was. And he passed away a couple of years ago. But it was fucking funny because Jamie locked him out of the hotel room. And Doc's knocking on the fucking door. Let me in, Jamie, you fucking dumb hillbilly. And Jamie, without even missing a beat, fuck you. And I'll let you guys, your imagination, fill in the blank. And he goes, you can go around the outside for that shit, motherfucker. And you hear Doc outside going, fuck you. And all of a sudden, fuck, about 10 minutes later, he comes walking around, knocking on the exterior door. Jamie's like, good boy. Opens the fucking door, lets him in. It's like, God damn it, Jamie. Like, holy shit, dude. Like, but these motherfuckers would rib each other like that, and it was just like I remember I was joking around about it. The one CJ was on the street. When I was like, when the first night I got I got the pass from being in the locker room with being one of the only white guys in the locker room. After about 6 months, they were like, "You get the pass." I'm like, "Can I get this in writing with everybody's signature so I can show this off at other venues?" Walk in, just set it up next to my gear bag, polishing it. Yeah, it's like a trophy.
I do a decent Macho Man, but my best wrestling impression is Jim Cornette.
Oh, dude, Cornette's like fun to do. Oh, and it was great.
My God, if he had his birthday any closer to Christmas, he'd be getting the baby Jesus pulled straight out of his ass.
I fucking love Cornette. I love Cornette, but he's such a raging leftoid. I just he blocked me and Tony on Twitter within an hour of each other because he blocked Tony, and I'm like, he blocked you. I'm like, oh hell no, and I fucking blocked. All I did was one tweet about the old jabby jab, and he fucking blocked me. I was like, that because that's why I blocked Tony. I'm like, all right, fuck you, bud. I'm like, I listen to the guy's shit every day though. Like I do. I listen to him and fucking Brian Last because I fucking agree with him when most of his wrestling shit. Like I completely agree with him. I do. But then he starts talking. He veers off into his TDS and his politics, and it's like, all right, bro, I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm not gonna listen. I'll skip through this part.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's like I love hearing your takes on AEW, but anything outside of wrestling, I'm good.
Yeah. I remember liking Cornette for a while, and then I heard his takes on gun control, and I'm like, I think I've heard enough. I've heard enough.
Yeah, he's a rager. And it's hilarious to watch him break down, but yeah, it's hard to. That's usually when I'm hitting the skip button for like 15 minutes before he gets his rant out, and then he can get back to actually talking about what I want to hear him talk about.
Yes,
he's a political neophyte. He doesn't know anything about that. He knows wrestling inside and out. Politics, no. I don't need his opinion on the economy. I need his opinion on wrestling.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But anyway, hold on a second. Again, all phlegmy. It's all phlegmy today. I don't like it. It's all in the chest. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't even know what voice that
Sickness is going around.
Ooh,
I just got off of a mad sinus infection. Fucking blew. I'm like deaf right now because I kept blowing my nose for like 3 days straight from the sinus infection, and I popped my ears, so I'm like 80% deaf in my right ear, 30% deaf in my left ear. I don't want to mix anything or do any editing because I'm like, this is gonna turn out fucked up.
Yeah, I had that. I had wasn't an infection. It was just a massive allergy attack. But the drainage in my ears was so bad, I could barely hear out of this one for about a week and a half.
Oof.
I'm like, I need this ear. Come on, I need to work.
Oh, man. Yeah, I had.
I can always.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, I had like COVID around like just before Halloween, and it stuck with me for like a month. And oh man, it wasn't as bad as some people got it, but like just the sinus stuff and the coughing was just horrendous. Like I don't think I've ever coughed so much in my life.
The one time I got COVID, I felt like I was going back through pneumonia again. So I basically had like an empty 2-liter by my bed so I could hawk up all the crap that was just being built in there. And I'm like, oh, this is disgusting, but I don't want it in my body.
I had it once, and it like I had one bad day out of like I had it for like 4 or 5 days maybe. I had one day where I was like, man, I want to go get some monoclonal antibodies. You know what I mean? You get that injection. One of my buddies did that, and it fucking helped him. But then by the next day, I was outside hanging up Christmas lights for like fucking 7 hours, and I was fine. I lost my smell and my taste for like 2 days, and I was good. But I had the flu last Christmas. I came down with it on like Christmas Day. We had to drive home because the wife and the kid were like down flat. We had to drive like 3 hours north of Detroit. And that fucking sucked. And then it hit me that night. That was 10 times worse than COVID. Like I was ready to go to the fucking hospital for that. Like that was upper respiratory, the flu. That lasted like almost 2 weeks. It was fucking miserable.
Yeah.
But yeah, the COVID shit was funny because like I was listening to like a video I did the first video I did when I was still like all nasally, kind of Bob Dylan-esque, you know. And I'm listening to it going like, man, I shouldn't have done this. You shouldn't have done that. He just a boy. I was like, I shouldn't have done this video. I was like, it sounded fucking terrible, like worse than normal.
The only time that having allergies has any positive effect for me is that it helps me out doing Morgan Freeman. I do really good Morgan Freeman when my voice is fucked up. Bobby Dufresne knew that he was having a bad day. He somehow gotten that gerbil shoved so far up his ass that it was starting to crawl around in his lungs. And I'm not even sure how that was anatomically possible.
That's cultural
Freeman.
That is cultural appropriation, Whitey. You can't do that. That's our voice. How dare you?
Well, I will tell you this, Mr. Cleveland. You don't know what you're doing when you're talking to Mr. Morgan Freeman.
I'm telling my wife, Loretta, she's shaped like a potato.
Oh, that's nasty.
That's nasty. Peter, I have to remember not to take my baths during your shenanigans hour.
I think one of the worst.
No.
I saw someone take Cleveland in the bathtub and put it on the Twin Towers.
I seen that.
Like,
I saw that meme. I fucking died.
Oh my God.
Like, I'm dead. I'm dead, bro. I'm deader than the guy falling out of that. Never mind.
Oh,
What's up, DJ Clean? Let's see it popping in. He's a new member of the Legion of Memers.
nice.
He's
Hail.
doing some fire memes.
Nice. Hail D-Day.
Speaking of falling out of towers, we've still got Hans Gruber on Nakatomi here for Advent. You know, we've still got we gotta wait. He's got to go down to the 15th. We'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow morning.
That's awesome.
Kind of a diehard guy. You know, that is
Nice.
my Christmas tradition. Is like at the end of the night when everybody goes to bed, I sit there and I'll get blazed up and have me something to drink and watch Die Hard. I love that fucking movie. There's like the quintessential that National Lampoons are like the quintessential Christmas movie.
Agreed. You are a man of impeccable taste.
I try.
People on Twitter, they're like, "Well, if Die Hard's a Christmas movie, so is Lethal Weapon." I said, "No. There's a reason why Christmas is integral to the plot of Die Hard.
Yep.
It would not be in that tower if it were not for the Christmas party."
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Lethal Weapon, you take away the Christmas decorations, put up 4th of July decorations. The plot doesn't change.
There's no mention really of the holiday or service to the plot for the holiday in that at all. In Lethal Weapon. No, Die Hard, they're there for the Christmas party. He came out there to see his wife and kids at Christmas, and then his wife fucking starts using her
Rainbow's the same. First Blood's the same thing. Take it in January, the plot doesn't change.
No.
He's still gonna fuck with him. He's still gonna get him pissed off, and he's gonna go on a rampage.
Oh, that's right. I was just going to buy dinner here. It's a bit more guy get back from now. Leave me alone. It's bad enough with the Agent Orange and the groups in the street. I was like, they were like, hey.
Sylvester Stallone, the age was pretty good.
You don't even need to say any words. You just need to
There has to be like one word that is like slightly intelligible, and the rest of it can just be nonsense.
The bathroom.
Batman Returns is a Christmas movie because Christmas is integral to the plot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yep.
That plot was always work without Christmas.
I was bummed as a kid, like the ice princess chick that got knocked off the roof. Even as a kid, when that came out, I was like, man, she's fucking fine. Like, how would you kill her? Like, make her like when I learned the word concubine, I went back, I watched it again. I'm like, make her your concubine. Mm-hmm. Like that's what I was looking for all those years.
Of course, my favorite line in that entire movie is like, he didn't even lose a limb, an eyeball, bladder control.
I wish Burton would have got another one after that. They were like, the studio's like, that's a little dark. Like, he's like gonna kill kids. You know, what is he, a Clinton?
Well, I remember the rumor that they were going to have Robin Williams as the Riddler, which would have been fantastic.
Robin Williams as the Riddler
Damn.
would have been fucking amazing, dude.
That would have been great.
He's quiet evil. He doesn't have to be out, balls out all the time. He could do the quiet evil very, very well. If you haven't seen 1 Hour Photo, that's one of the best movies he's ever done.
I was just gonna say that was like the only role he ever played, like sort of a villain in. Really, was 1 Hour Photo.
Well, Death to Smoochie, kinda.
Yeah, God, I haven't seen that in fucking forever. I have not seen Death to Smoochie in forever. That's like one of those.
I watched a Wes Anderson film for the first time, and I can see why I never have. It's the kind of movie that your wife's man bunned barista side piece would be watching.
Hey, I got a man bun.
Uh-oh. Shots fired.
It's just
actually no, it's a Brody tail right now.
It's too dry. I can stand symmetrical shots, but not for every single fucking scene. And the weird wipes and things that he does, it's bizarre. I mean, they're very well cast, but Jesus Christ, it's boring as fuck. Asteroid City, not a good movie.
He's kind of one of those auteur types, right?
Are you sure it's auteur or autistic?
Well, I'm sure it's some level of fucking autism.
He's somewhere on that spectrum, I swear.
I work with enough kids that are on the spectrum to where it's like I for those of you, I teach at a private school. I deal with I have K through or pre-K through 8th grade. And I do have some kids that are on the spectrum. I'm like, oh yeah, you're going to be fun when you're older. Most of them are high functioning though, so it's I don't have a lot of the extreme stuff. Being as we're a private school, we can just be like, no, which is kind of nice. But no, but I worked with an autistic teenager, and this kid was social skills were almost non-existent, but he could tell you any fucking nut or bolt that was on any World War II era aircraft, how to disassemble and reassemble it. I mean, it was fucking Rain Man, dude. I was like, holy shit, kid. I guarantee you, if but there was nothing, no physical affliction or anything outside of painful social awkwardness for him, but he finally got comfortable, or me and my dad would take him out on the boat and shit like that, 'cause we're out in Tennessee on the river, and he loved to go swimming. He just never had anybody get him out there. So we took him out, and he fucking loved it. And then the whole time we're in the boat, he's talking about airplanes. He has these little model airplanes he carries with him everywhere. It was really fucking cool. Sorry, I'll stop rambling.
No, you're good. But we are kind of getting towards the end of the show. So I didn't want to give everyone a chance to plug their wares, plug their channels and their social contacts, and where they can find them. And let's start with Mr. Paul, since I know you're on a limited time schedule there.
For sure, yeah, I'm driving around as we speak. But yeah, no, check me out at Paul Hadouken. I got a link tree link tr.ee/Paul Hadouken, and it's got everything in there. My YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, Discord, and what else do I got? All that stuff. And so come check me out.
Tree.
I might stream later tonight some video games. I'm thinking about it. So I just stream games and music, so come check me out. It's a good time. Thanks for having me, and happy birthday, CJP. Woo!
Thank you so much. Thanks for helping by. And thank you, Ghost.
For sure.
I'm glad you're here too. I'm glad we're all here. Mr. Ethan, find you.
Yeah, man, you can find me Etepulkuians, the place to be reviews. We do mostly let me pronounce it like Trina. We do mostly horror content. I just reviewed The People Under the Stairs from 1991. That's up and ready. And if you're a channel member, you get a video with me making fun of Rachel Ziegler. I don't do pop culture content on single release videos. I do some stuff for channel members, though. I'm gonna be doing some more Macho Man videos. I got to do the 12 Days of Christmas like Macho Man here pretty soon. That one, and I might do a verse from All I Want for Christmas Is You, as Macho Man too. I don't answer much, baby. Oh yeah, but no. Yeah, we got Monday night going in Raw with the Horsemen, which CJP's one of that gang over there. Mondays at 8:30 for you come over. We go in. It's called Monday Night Going in Raw. There's no protection required, and yes, that is available on a hoodie at our Teespring. Just go search Monday Night Going in Raw or Going in Raw on Teespring or The Place to Be Reviews. And we also have new Wakuian Order, the black and white. T-shirts available over there and all kinds of other fun stuff. Live streams. We got Monday, Tuesday. We do classic wrestling pay-per-views. Like we just watched Starrcade 86. Next week, we're doing another one that's near and dear to my heart, WrestleMania 3 from Pontiac, Michigan, which is an absolute fucking shithole of a city. Yeah.
That ain't gonna work for me, brother. It's the Superdome, brother. The Silverdome, brother. I don't like those guys sleeping with my daughter, brother. But no, we're going to watch WrestleMania 3. Wednesday night, we do Holy Shit News, which is split between YouTube and Rumble. And Tales from the Crypt commentaries will be back probably after the holidays on Thursday afternoons for channel members. Then they go public the following week. So, yeah, come on over, subscribe. You can find me on Twitter talking shit to a bunch of jack-offs at The Place to Be, RE1. We have a Facebook group, The Place to Be Reviewed, the official Place to Be Reviews group. And yeah, YouTube and all that other fun. Rumble at The Place to Eat. Tepokuian's The Place to Be Reviews as well. So hope to see you there. Yes. Thanks for having me, and happy birthday, CJ, dude. Happy birthday, brother.
Thank you so much, brother. Yeah, E-Test's basically been my he popped my streaming cherry. So
yeah, I took his virginity like I did to Stephanie McMahon. Oh yeah, take that, Vince. I took your $1 billion princess and popped that cherry. Oh yeah, put it on the sun.
Mr. DJ Axis, where can we find you?
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm the only one who hasn't done a Macho Man impression, so I think it's time to remedy that. Oh yeah. But anyways, I am DJ Axis. I do original music and I remix old video game tunes to the show called Retro Remix. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I used to have a show on Screw Attack back in 2007 called Retro Remix. And now, thanks to the help of my wonderful producer in a box, Jazzy Panda, I do live streaming every 2 times a week, usually Monday, Friday, sometimes Monday, Wednesday. Who knows what it's going to be, but it's usually 2 times a week. And you can find me on YouTube and on Rumble, and you can find me on Twitter, DJ Axis RR like Jeff Jarrett. That's all I got.
Thank you, gentlemen, so much for coming out to hang out with me on my birthday, with my birthday gifts on my birthday. And speaking of the show, next week, we do have Melee Games. Melee James, Melee K are going to be on next week. We'll be talking Nintendo music.
Nice.
Nice.
My favorite genre of video game music. So we're definitely going to have them on. And then on the 28th, no show that week because we're going to do a debut for my second original synthwave album, Electronic Noise 2 Digital Boogaloo. We're going to do a full album premiere and have that going. And then then start booking January because, the end of the year's coming up quick, folks. So, get your Christmas gifts in and everything for your loved ones. Hold them tight. And like I always say, just keep making music. Everybody, you have a wonderful evening. Thank you all for coming.
Rock on.